All right. What's up? All right, guys. Let's see what this is all about. Let's rock. If you guys want to grab spots in the second half, go for it. I'm not taking any offers as of right now. Took a beating on the first half, part of the second half. Let's see how this stuff is. Let's rock. I honestly have not seen any of it open. I haven't paid attention to other rooms. It's, I think, 30 autos, if I'm not mistaken. If you hit and you want to consign, let me know. Or grade. Everything ships unless you don't want something. We gotta see how it is. I don't even know how this is. All right, look at this. Sweet cards. Tom Brady, C.J. Stroud, Patrick Paul, Brandon Dolores on the inserts, Will Levis, Starcast for Tennessee. Let me pull up the team list. Tennessee Titans, Josh Battles. And these are actually sharp cards. Number to 50, Edgerrin Cooper on the auto for the Packers. Skinner off the Fatal. All right. Is that numbered? Nope, just an insert. Okay. That was pack 1. We got Terrell Davis, Bryce Young, Malik Washington, Jordan Love. Number to 25, Starcast for the Vikings. 21 out of 25, Adrian Peterson. Simon. And for the Patriots, Jalen Polk. Actually, some sharp cards. I'm okay with this. All right, the rest of that stuff we'll top load after. Dude, it's crazy. I'm shocked. We got Cody Schrader, Brendan Rice, Rich Gannon, Steve Young, Edgerrin James insert to 10. Man. New England, Jalen Polk to 10. Patriots, Steckloff, second Jalen Polk auto. Do those after. All right. Next one. Braswell, Fouts, McNabb. Marcus Allen to 175 for the Chiefs. John Elway to 150 for the Denver Broncos. Denver, J.R. Grady. And nice. Xavier Worthy live auto too. Going to Kansas City, Josh Battles. There you go, Josh. Stuff is actually pretty solid. Considering there's teams for $35, I'm actually shocked. All right. Last pack of box 1. This is only box 1. Chris Carter, Marshall Faulk, cool Anthony Richardson inserts. Mason Smith. And we have a Carmen Kitchens for the Rams. Under Isaac. Not numbered. So Rams. That is Ken Jr. That's pretty solid stuff. That was box 1. Box 2. We'll breeze through the base. We got Bettis, Palomalu, Archie Manning, Johnny Wilson. Then we have a Kedon Slovis. Kedon Slovis to 225. And Randy Moss to 175 for the Vikings. Houston Texans. Reese, first half. Go grab your spots in the second half. Ton of cheap ones. Just another case. Doug Williams, Sean Alexander. Not sure why that's backwards, but number to 250 for Denver, Terrell Davis, Michael Wiley, and Kingsley Base. And Malik Neighbors. There you go. Giants. On card rookie auto. Donofrio. Off of a fatal as well. All right, number 3. I should say pack 3. All right, got Tom Brady on the insert, Joe Alt, Ricky Williams, Terrell Owens. It's pretty cool. Marvin Harrison on the insert. And Mekhi Wingo. Detroit, J.R. Grady on the auto. Not sure what that insert is for Marvin Harrison. Nonetheless, we'll take it. All right. TJ Tampa, Corum, Chad Johnson, Barry Sanders. Then we have Ioannis Smith to 175 for the Eagles. And for the Eagles, Will Shipley auto. That is Roboto. All right, last pack of box 2. All right, we got Michael Vick, John Riggins, Largent, and Ioannis Smith auto for the Eagles. Enos Rakestraw to 250 for Detroit. Luke McCaffrey. So Eagles again, Roboto. All right, that was box 2. Let me grab more pennies for you. All right, next box. All right. Ooh, got orange. All right, we have Barry Sanders to 150 for Detroit. Byron Murphy, AP, Kelsey. We've got a dual insert, Marino, Bob Greasy. And we have a Vidal that is going to the Chargers. Alexander Bullington, number to 50 off the fatal. Honestly, for the price point, for especially the cheaper teams, this stuff isn't that bad. We have Trice Knight, Worthy, Kurt Warner, Peyton Manning, Sam Hartman to 50 for Washington. And what about a Jaden Daniels? Nick Ritchie off of a fatal on-card rookie auto. Let's go. They're available for case number 2, guys. Go grab them. Shocked they were not taken, to be honest with you. Nice hit. It's not brutal. Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worthy, Jaden Daniels. And if you watch football, Vidal and let's see who else. Well, I mean, Adrian Cooper's and everything. Jalen Polk's and everything. All right, we got McNabb, Eichenberg, Jordan Love, Mean Joe Green, Jerry Rice insert. And we have a Grayson Murphy to 150 that is going to the Dolphins. Joe Costanzo. There is some lower tier guys for sure, but gotta have them. Vidal, Drew Brees, Emmitt Smith. Drake made a 100 for the Patriots. There you go, Steckloff. And Barry Foster to 25 for the Steelers. That is Nick Ritchie off the Fatal. Cool looking insert. Nice Drake May. Michael Wiley to 250 for Washington. Roman Wilson, Brett Favre, Jim McMahon. Ray Lewis on the insert, StarCast. And Braden Fisk to 150 for the Rams. Watch Caleb be in number 2, Bullington. Considering that there was a Daniels in this one. Again, if it only says ×1, guys, on the PYT list, go grab it for number 2 and just say ×1, and I'll know it's for the second half. Hometown love. All right, we got Jazon Newton, Troy Franklin, J.J. Watt, Edgerrin James. Steelers, Bettis, Hines Ward. Nice. Bucky Wow, it's actually a sticker. For the Bucks, going to Roboto off the Fatal, Bucky Irving. Dude's a stud, too. All right, we got Joe Montana, Jordan Morgan, Jason Witten, Thurman Thomas, Chris Jenkins for the Bengals, the 250. Ray Davis to 150 for Buffalo. Steinkuhler, and that's it. Dude's going to be good. He was a stud at Kentucky. He's actually an animal, but... All right. Next pack. Keon Coleman, Worthy, Lawrence Taylor, Fred Taylor, Bryce Young inserts. And we have Adonai Mitchell on the insert auto for the Colts. That is Jeremy Green. There's a lot to go. Nate Wiggins, the 175 for the Ravens. Cooper DeJean, Jerome Bettis, Troy Polamalu. Peyton Manning, the 225 for the Colts. Another Adonai Mitchell for the Colts. Jeremy Green. Nice Peyton Manning. Last pack. We got T'Vondre Sweat, Eichenberg, Doug Williams, Sean Alexander, Terrell Davis on the insert, and Dante Hall to 25 for the Chiefs going to Josh Battles. Cool inserts. All right, we still have 2 boxes left, and we'll do a recap on the numbered and the ink. Emmitt Smith, Des Isaac, Bradshaw, Tom Brady, Irving Fryer inserts, and Johnny Wilson for the Eagles. Mason Smith, Dolores, Sherman, Hines Ward, Terrell Owens, StarCast, and this was backwards. Number to 50, John Riggins for Washington, Nick Ritchie again. Not sure why it was backwards. A Bernie auto would be sweet. I'm not even going to lie. He's not in a bunch of stuff. Fred Taylor to 175 for Jacksonville. Newton, Eli Manning, Brian Dawkins. Grayson Murphy for the Dolphins to 100. And we have Jalen McMillan. Another nice hit for Tampa. That is Roboto. Dude was a stud his rookie year. This. Do that. Top load those after. All right, we have Plumlee, Jalen Ford, J.J. Watt, Edgerrin James. That's sweet. Monarchs of the Game, Luke McCaffrey. And then we have a Jermaine Burton to 150 for Cincinnati. So Cincy, Andres. These Monarch cards are cool. Too bad that wasn't Jaden Daniels. All right, last pack for this box, and we got one box left. Come on. All right, I got Drew Brees, Kinchins, Witten, Thurman Thomas, Malik Neighbors to 175, and Hines Ward to 25 for the Steelers. Nick Ritchie. Nice hit. Yeah, I figured it'd be one of those case hits, being a sideways card and something different. It's considered the case hit. Nice Hines Ward auto. All right, we got one box left. And again, for the people watching, we have a ton left in case number 2 if you guys want to grab teams. All right, next box. Final box. Let's see, we have Ravens for 35, Bears 350, Broncos 300, Lions 50, Packers 75, Texans 50, Jags 20, Chargers 125, Giants 150, Eagles 100, Steelers 75, Seahawks 25, Bucks 65, and the Commanders 400. So that's it for this stuff. No more. Johnny Wilson, Jalen Wright, James Harrison, Jerry Rice, Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Legette on the duel, and what do you know? Washington again, Luke McCaffrey. So it seems like when one big team hits, they smash. Breeze, Drake May, Troy Aikman, Ray Lewis, Peyton Wilson to 50. A lot of Steelers hits. And number to 50, Troy Franklin for Denver, J.R. Grady. All right. Slovis, Carson, Gronk, Dickerson, Drake May, insert ambassadors, and Jatavian Sanders to 225 for the Panthers. That is Ricky Martin. Drake May. 2 packs to go. All right. We have a Dwayne Carter to 225 for Buffalo. Luke McCaffrey, Joe Montana, Tim Brown, Fuaga to 225 for the Saints. And nice. On card, Brock Bowers for the Raiders. Jeremy Makos. There you go, Brock Bowers. All right, last pack, we'll do a recap, guys. For one case, not terrible at all. Luke McCaffrey, Mims, Peterson, Jason Kelsey on the insert, not numbered, and Malik Washington to 150 for the Dolphins. Costanzo. All right. Let's do a recap. Just top these real quick. There's a couple numbered that need to be done. Okay. Let's go. We got Wiggins to 175, Peyton Manning to 225, Jenkins to 250, Wiley to 250, Sam Hartman to 50, Barry Sanders 150, Rakestraw to 250, Smith to 175. This is just an insert, but Marvin Harrison. Terrell Davis to 250, Randy Moss to 175, John Elway to 150, Marcus Allen to 175, number to 25, Adrian Peterson, Grayson Murphy to 100, Fred Taylor to 175, Malik Neighbors to 175, Peyton Wilson to 50, number to 225, Fuaga, and Dwayne Carter to 225. You got it, Alexander. Appreciate it, man. And the autos, we got Malik Washington to 150, Jatavian Sanders to 225, Troy Franklin to 50, Luke McCaffrey, number to 150, Jermaine Burton, Jalen McMillan, John Riggins to 50, Johnny Wilson, Dante Hall to 25, Adonai Mitchell insert auto, Ray Davis to 150, Braden Frisk to 150, Barry Foster to 25, Grayson Murphy to 150, Vidal to 50, Aina Smith, Will Shipley, Mekhi Wingo, Caden Slovis to 225, Carmen Kitchens, Jalen Polk to 10, Edrin Cooper to 50, Jalen Polk. And then our better hits, we got Brock Bowers, Hines Ward to 25, Cool Drake May to 100, Xavier Ward the auto, Case Hit Monarchs, Luke McCaffrey, Bucky Irving auto, Malik Neighbors auto, and a Jaden Daniels auto. All right, guys, that is it. Much appreciated. Grab your